welcome to Clever Innovations, where we're clever and innovative. Well, at least we're innovative. Now, first, what we've got here is our food vacuum sealer, which first of all runs on AA batteries or 240 volt power. So you can use it anywhere. Great for home use, but really ideal if you go away camping, caravanning as well. So there's no food waste wherever you are. Best of all, the bags are reusable. That's probably the best thing about our product. All you do is simply seal the bag. You can use, it's a heavy duty Ziploc bag, which is a food grade bag, and they're BPA free too, which is really important. Just simply seal the bag. You can use your fingers or you can use these clips that we supply as well. It's a lot easier to use the clips. Now the bag's sealed, there's a one-way valve. The machine simply goes over the valve, sucks out all the air, and that's how easy it is to never waste food again. What it does first of all, I guess, is limit, if you're limited for storage, so they hardly take up any space, and that could be in your pantry, your fridge, your freezer, it doesn't really matter. They hardly take up any space. But what you'll find is they're ideal for your meat, for your fresh meat. And that could be chicken, fish, it doesn't matter. They're great for the freezer because there's no freezer burn at all. The vegetables, now they will last up to 21 days. Blanch them, of course, first. Some vegetables you do have to blanch first. But what you've got too is each day they're not vacuum sealed, it's a day off their life. So really, if you vacuum seal it, if you really want to eat fresh, it's certainly the way to go. What we've got here is avocado. Now that's the pet hate for most people. Most people throw that half away more than what they ever eat it. Because that avocado is going to last you 14 days, no problem at all. That's longer than a Hollywood marriage. With things like onions, there's no smell. Onions, garlic, fish, you can put bait in the fridge and still stay married. You can't smell a thing. With your delicate stuff, such as your cherry tomatoes, ideal because it won't squash them. It forms around them and it won't squash them. It's ideal for any fruit, vegetables, anything like that. As I say, the bags are reusable. So if you go camping, if you go caravanning where you're limited for space, also when you go camping and caravanning, you're also limited for fresh food. At times in particular, if you're caravanning, you can't find really fresh produce in particular. So the fresher you get it, the fresher you keep it, the better it is and healthier it is for you, obviously. If you get liquid in there, liquid won't affect it. You can do juice from fish or some blood from meat, whatever it might be. You simply just unclip the cap there, empty it out, and keep it going. The machine literally is bulletproof. It has a 5-year guarantee. Now, as I say, it does run on 240 volt power or AA batteries. Now, a good set of batteries will get you about 12 months. And it's really simple to use. As I say there's a one-way valve. The machine goes over the valve, sucks out the air, and that's how easy it is to never waste food again. Because there's always, you go to the fridge and you want a bit of something, or the pantry, and you want a bit of something. But that little bit of something, you've got the rest of that something there, and that's where all your wastage comes from. So really, there's no food waste at all. Speaking of wasted, you may only want to have a couple of glasses of wine. Well, guys, what we've got here is a wine saver. Now, it could be wine, spirits, any liquid at all, really. There's got to be some left in the first place. That's probably the biggest catch. But simply seal it over the top, suck out the air, and only between 5 and 10 seconds. The machine will slow down and tell you when it's done its job anyway. And that's how easy it is to seal your wine as well, of course, if there's any left. So it's just very simple to use. It's a heavy-duty Ziploc bag. It's BPA free, which is really important. They're a food-grade bag, and they're reusable, fully reusable. And it's the most simple, effective method on the market to use. And it takes a few seconds, and that's it. So if you're sick of food waste, this certainly will save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and you're eating super fresh. So that's probably the most important thing. The bags come in 3 sizes. Now, they come in small, medium, and large. I've only got them stacked flat there, but you can sort of stack them up. You can sort of, fit like a small roast in there. You can literally put anything in them anyway. Now, the machine, our pack here, you can get the machine, and you can buy the bags separate as well. As I say, the bags come in small, medium, and large. You can have a look at our website for a food guide as well, guys. But just a brief one, I guess. Blanch your vegetables, you'll get up to 21 days anyway. Your red meats and small goods, your red meats in particular, you get up to 14 days. And the small goods a bit longer. They're great for jerky. They're ideal for in salami season as well. When you make your own salamis, you really will get the longevity out of them. That's quite important.